Alright, let me test. See if we are live here. Yeah. Yes. All right. So, yeah, as it says in the description, yeah, welcome to the stream. This stream is just gonna be, well, it's gonna be some random stuff with developing the game. I thought that, yeah, I'm gonna try to stream more than I have before. So, yeah, because now I have actually gotten a more stable internet and a faster internet, so I have the means to stream, and then I will do that and just show more the progress that's happening. And yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna work on my game editor a little bit, and then I'm gonna, I think, yeah, start to work on more areas of the game. So I'm currently building like a sort of a swampy area of the game, but I want to build this feature here first in the game editor, because I think it's pretty easy to implement since we have most of the stuff for it. So it's going to be this copy paste functionality, and so yeah, so last time we actually implemented the select tool, well, the move tiles function. So you can select an area and you can move the tiles around. So for this time, we're gonna do the copy paste. So most of the stuff that's needed for copy paste is actually in this feature. So it's probably gonna be pretty easy. Let's hope and pray. But yeah, this is gonna be in the select tool. And yeah, we have a bunch of things happening here. So for copying, so I'm gonna think of like, how do you copy, how do you enter the like when do you start the journey? So it's like when the user presses Ctrl+C. So that will happen in, let's see, I mean, I guess that actually would happen, actually not in here. Yeah, that happens in the layout function, in like the loop, like the main loop function. So I'm gonna see if I can do that here then. I mean, I guess we have this handle select, so we can do it here. And yeah, so here we have like handle select, like this is basically handle input, handle the input for the select tool. And if you have mouse button left, then we start like the select action. If you don't have it down, then we see if we need to end the action here, if we have a pending selection. So let's see, when will Ctrl+C happen? So that will basically happen when you don't have a pending selection. So this would be an else here. I guess we can have an else if. So this would be if raylib is key down, So we would say control. Yeah, it's gonna be left control and pressed key C. Yeah. So left control is down, so you hold it down and then you press the key C. So it only happens on like an edge detection when you actually, at the instant you press it down. Okay. And then we need, so we have the select tool here. So I think we just call like a copy function or something. Yeah. And I think, yeah, we're gonna need to pass the context as well, because that's where we have like all the data for the time map. Okay, so let's make a copy function, and this would receive the context. Okay, so what are we doing in here? Well, we have all the selected tiles that, so we want to create this floating layer that we already basically have implemented from before, which is this one. So you can initialize a floating layer, and this, it basically copies from the selected tiles into a new like layer that is temporary and floating and that you can move around. So I think this is, well, actually no, but copy should just remember what, yeah, copy should just remember what you want to copy, and then when you paste you actually do init floating layer, but you do init floating layer from the copy and not from the source itself. So I think this, yeah, we need to have some varying functionality for this. So we need to actually store a copied layer, and I think, yeah, it makes sense to have this like not in the select tool itself, but actually outside in the context. But yeah, I'll just put it here for convenience right now, so we can have it, we can move it later, because I don't have a nice organized way of dealing with this stuff. But let's see, so we need that. I guess that's it. We need, yeah, okay. Maybe we do need, maybe we want to store like the position of the copied layer as well, so that when you press paste, it gets like, it creates the floating layer above the copied layer. But or it could just do, we could just do in the center of the tile map or in the center of the screen maybe, so that you see it always. Yeah. Anyway, so we need to modify this a bit, or yeah, this one. So we need to be able to initialize the floating layer from a source layer. I don't think we actually need a time map. We just need a layer. Yeah. So we actually need a source layer. So yeah, so the layer is like, yeah, it's like one layer of the time map, but you can have several layers. And so if you want to initialize this from the active layer, you would pass in the active layer of the time map. But now we just want this to be the source layer, so you can pass in any layer, and then you can pass in the copy layer if you want. So this would be the source layer now. Okay, so that should basically be the, oh, do we want to clear the we don't want to clear the copy. So I think we want to have like an if here, or a boolean that says clear source. Like clearing, because when we move, we have this because when we move the tiles from the original tile map, you do a move. You select a bunch of tiles and you move them. So then we clear the source and create a floating layer. But in the case of copy, we don't want to clear the copied sort of layer. We want to keep that data. So we don't. So let's just make a bool here. And we'll say if we want to clear, we do that. Okay. And now when we use this, so we do it here, this would be get active layer and this would be true. So that's the original, like where you do this kind of select and move thing. And now down here, well, yeah, that's going to be the paste. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. So first we need to create a copy. And yeah, the copy, I mean, we basically do the same thing here. Actually, we could just use init floating layer. This is just basically copy selected. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is going to be a bit more complicated than I thought, because this is like, this is copying or cloning, maybe we should say, a layer from a source layer depending on the selected tiles. Yeah, and when you paste it, it's going to be a bit different, I guess. Yeah, so that won't really work though. But it should still be fine, I guess. But we could use this to make the copy. So this would be more like clone selected tiles. Okay. Yeah. So when we copy, so we're basically just gonna say, oh yeah, we need self here as well. So we're gonna say self dot copied layer. Oops. It's gonna be equal to self dot clone selected tiles. Oh yeah, wait. I'm just gonna do something here. Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, I just posted the stream around. So, okay. Anyway. So we are doing this, yeah. So we need the context. The source layer is gonna be, it's gonna be the context layer. Yes. Clear source is going to be false. When you do a copy, we don't want to. It's like if you want to do a cut, then we're gonna clear the source. But if you do a copy, we don't want to clear it. Okay. And that, I guess that's it. Yeah. And then we do a paste. And also, if you already have a copy, then it's just gonna be. I guess we want to deinitialize it. Yes. Yes. So if we already have a copied layer, oops, we want to deinitialize it with this. Wait, with that, yeah. Okay. And paste. So paste. Yeah, we also need the context. Okay. Now, this is gonna be a bit more tricky, I guess. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not gonna be that tricky, but no, I guess. But yeah. So we already have. Oh yeah. So what we want to do is we want to create the floating layer thing. But and that we already have a function for. So but we need to modify this a little bit, because this floating function, or yeah, clone selected tiles, it assumes that you want to look at the selected tiles, and in the case of the copied data, it doesn't have any selected tiles. So it doesn't care about the selected tiles. You just want to copy. So I think actually, isn't this going to be just floating layer is going to be equal to the copied layer? Oh, we can clone it. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I forgot that I had that. Okay. But and also if we don't have copied layer, then we don't do anything. So yeah, I guess we can do copied layer browse return. And we'll do copied layer clone, and I guess that's it, except we also need to have a selected. So let me check here, because when we initialize the floating layer from when we want to move tiles, okay, so we do this. And floating selection drag point. Yeah, we also set the drag point. Okay, that's gonna be floating move and the drag point. So this kind of determines the position of the floating layer, I believe. No, it's gonna be the selection. Yeah, it's gonna be the selection that does that. Okay, but let's actually put grid position in here. So that's just gonna be grid position, and we'll grab that from outside where it's easier to get, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's just paste. That just starts like the floating layer thing, and then you can move that around and paste it in, or merge it in. So yes, Okay, now let's see. So let's go here. So this will copy and yeah, select dot copy context. Oh, it's not public. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then yeah, I guess we can have this like this. Let's see what is happening now. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I want else if you press Ctrl V, we want to do a paste. And do we have grid position? Nope. But we can just get it. Why do we need context? Oh, because of the file time map data. Okay. Yes. Else if. Oh. Okay, let's just do this then. Oops. There we go. All right. What's this? Cannot guard option. Oh. Wait. This doesn't. We don't actually need to set this. I don't think. Yeah. Let's just not do that. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, layer. There we go. Okay, so now we should actually get a floating layer whenever we paste. So let's try that. I mean, isn't this? I think this should be enough. Let me start the editor and see. Okay. So copy, paste. Okay. It seems to work, except when you want to paste the second time for some reason. So this is now merged. When I paste again, nothing happens. Oh, is it because the selection disappears? I think. So when you paste, you also want to have the selection. Okay. So I think we need to save the selection as well. Yeah. But then, yeah, okay. So copied selected tiles, I guess. I mean, I guess it could just be this. Yeah. So basically what I'm thinking is, because of how this works is like we are using the selected tiles to know where the floating layer is and which tiles it has, but when we merge the floating layer, we clear the selected tiles. So the next time you want to paste, nothing shows up. So we want to copy those selected tiles and then restore those so when you copy, we want to store the selected tiles. So this would be this, and then do we have like a clone here? No. Let me just check how we can store this. I think we just copy this, but then the selected is gonna be, yeah, we need to duplicate. Okay, let's just duplicate it. Yeah, let's just create a clone function here. So, oh yeah, select grid. Oops. It's gonna return as a clear grid, and we will set size to this, and this would be dupe this, and we just catch a reachable here. Oh yeah, so this would be self dot these things. Okay, now we have a clone function, and we'll go back here and we'll do clone. Okay, and we also want to do clear before. Wait, we don't have self, we have context here. Okay, so we clear them and then we copy the selected tiles. And then, yeah, we also need to remember to deinitialize that here. Copy. And we can also do copied layer deinitialize if we have one, I guess. There. And we need a pointer thing there. Okay. Now we have that. Okay. Okay, my brain just reset here. So now we remember the selected tiles for the copy. And next time, so when we do a paste, we can say that now the selected tiles we want to clear, and we want to set selected tiles to copied selected tiles dot clone, like this, right? Okay, let's try that. Right. copy this. There we go. Okay. There we go. So that works. Okay. And oh yeah, I just I tried to select here and press like delete, which should be extremely easy to do. Let's actually do that because there's no real plan to this stream. I'm just doing some random stuff, improving the editor. Okay, and then I'm gonna try to build out that little area as well. We'll see what we'll get to here, but okay. So let's go. I mean, yeah, copy paste actually works, and it was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. So that actually is very good. I think also delete selected. So delete tiles. Yeah. Which just sets them to null, which is really easy as well. So let's just make a delete function and the context. So this would just be like going through all the selected tiles and yeah, basically doing what we're doing over here. So let's copy this over. Yeah. I was thinking maybe we should, like, because we're kind of copying a functionality here, but I was thinking like having maybe building like an iterator or something, but yeah, I don't think it's warranted right now for this little thing. So yeah, what we'll do here is we don't need a new layer. We don't need to, well, we do need to check for selected. Actually, do we have an iterator for this one? I don't think we do. Not for the selected tiles. We do have get selected. So we could do just get selected and then go through each one. And so this vector, is this absolute or is it relative? It's gonna be absolute, okay. So we can just do that, I guess, instead of doing all this. So selected tiles is gonna be self-select tiles, get selected, and then we defer selected tiles. Well, we do free those. Okay, we don't need all of this, we don't need that, and we don't need this, and we do need to do this. I think we could probably do the same thing with the other thing as well, but let's see. So we get the tile from, yeah, and this one is gonna be context file data tile map, get active layer, and this. So we are going to loop through these. Whoops. And we don't return anything, so I think that's gonna be it. Yeah. And let's go back to layout. And so if we don't hold down control, we want check if. So we want to check if no, I guess we just do the actual delete thing. So if keeps pressed delete, then we do select.delete. Okay. And that just works. Okay, great. Also, I'm noticing that when I just click like this, it it selects one thing. So that's a bit annoying. You can hold down Control to deselect, but if you just click on one, I don't want it to select something. But yeah, that's it's not that big of a deal. So great. All right. So that was pretty easy. Now we can delete them as well. I was thinking of doing like the bucket tool, but it's not really that important. And it feels problematic as well. Well, it feels like it takes longer to implement than it's worth to use, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so that went way smoother than I thought. So what now? I guess I can use the things right now and continue building this thing. And now it's really nice to have this, because what you could do is if you're not if you want to expand this a bit, so let's say I want to increase the height to whatever 25, then you see everything is stuck here. So if I want to move this down, I can do this and move it down there, and then move it down there, and move it down there, and then we have moved everything down. It would be nice to have some, like a mode which does it for everything. Maybe that, yeah, but that's gonna be more of a hassle to implement, since we're gonna move more than one layer at a time. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have this height actually, so let's go back there. Okay. Yes. So this is just gonna be like an area, just an area where you just move, I guess, to the other side. And yeah. So maybe something like this. Okay, it's gonna crash now, or is it okay? Okay, great. That also works. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that went. I mean, it works really good. So see if we can copy some of this stuff. Yeah, now I really want to have like a cut as well, but I guess delete should work as well. Let's do this. Let's do that. And this one. Okay. Hang on a sec. Alright, just got a phone call, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, that went way smoother than I thought. I wasn't really... I was thinking it's gonna take longer, but... yes. Okay, let's actually see if we can load this into the game. We're not gonna have like a background for this one. Wait. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be in initial scene. Okay, is the LSP working this time? So for some reason the LSP doesn't work in this project, and it's probably due to how I've set up the build system, but maybe not, I don't know. But it seems like it's just for this, like these imports that it doesn't get. Okay. So let's see. We need to make a new level. So this is gonna be like demo. This is gonna be like demo swamp in like between so the swamp and village. Between swamp and village. And I forget what I call this. It's called demo swamp area 1. Okay, maybe we should call it that as well. Swamp area 1. Demo swamp area 1. And I'm gonna create more like graphics for it as well, but I don't have any more graphics for it right now, so it's a bit bare bones. But I guess it's more important right now to set up like the main structure maybe of it. And what's this? This is, I think this is like the background. No, this is the name. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is actually the background, so we'll remove that. Yeah. Oops. Okay. And let's set the level to that. Let's try this out. Okay. And we got a bunch of NPCs spawning. Let's, well, I guess we can just ignore that. Get my controller up here. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, it seems to work fine. And I guess what we could do is we can, yeah, we can remove the monsters, or the NPCs, I mean, and introduce monsters. So this, so okay, how do we create these monsters? We are just like, how do we want to determine the position, and I want to determine the position in such that they will end up on the ground. So, and I think, yeah, I think it's good. It's almost time to implement in the editor like some sort of metadata points that you can use to like spawn different things. So it's almost time to actually implement like some sort of scene editor, which would be really cool to have, because then this is gonna go way quicker to modify. But let's see, so where's the position? Here's the position. Oh, so it's just gonna be in the center of the height. Okay. I guess the player can start at the left, at the right, or at the left, or I mean, it depends on where you're coming from. But yeah, we don't have scene transitions, so I'm just gonna have to fake it here. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to also think about how to transition scenes and loading, unloading and loading that stuff as well. Moving state between, and yeah. So I would have to think about that a little bit, how I want it to be. But let's see. So we have the position somewhere. That's in the center. And this is at the left side plus a little bit. Okay, let's try that, I guess. Okay. And I think also I want to disable like the collision on the monsters, so you don't like, you can't push them around. Oh, that one I couldn't push for some reason. Maybe it was more stuck in the ground or something. It's weird. That okay. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. What I want to have, like, this game is gonna be, what I want it to be is like a Metroidvania. So I want to have like a bunch of secrets, I want to have things that you unlock and stuff like that. But I haven't really laid out, like, I have like some sort of vision, but I'm still working out the details for it. So, and I mean, once you've, I guess, worked out some of the things that you can do, maybe it's easier to design the levels as well. I mean, I think maybe what you want to do is just try something out and design, have iterations, so you design some sort of ability and how you can like modify the environment, something like that, or use different things. But right now I think, I actually need to think about this a bit. But yeah, we got some more really nice features for the editor. So I think I'm gonna call it here and do some thinking. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope I'll see you next time, and have a nice day. Bye bye.